going to take a look at a topic called branding now, which is one of our marketing topics. And in particular, we're really going to try and focus on what are the advantages for organisations of developing what's known as a brand name. So let's start right at the beginning there on what we mean by branding. So branding is when an organisation has differentiated itself from other firms in its marketplace and has become instantly recognisable in the eyes of consumers for the production of that product. It's almost where the organisation becomes what we call synonymous. Customers automatically in their minds make links between this organisation and a certain aspect of competition in that market. So organisations might develop brand names in terms of the quality that they produce, the value that they offer, the promotions that they run, and in customers' eyes, whenever they think of this product or they think of quality in this market or price in this market, value in this market, promotions in the market, a brand name is when they automatically make links between those factors and our organisation and our business. So brand names can be really useful to have because it means that consumers are automatically thinking of our organisation when they're making purchasing decisions, when they're in the shops, when they're on the internet, when they're about to pull the trigger on a purchase. If we've got a strong brand name, it means that they'll automatically be thinking of our organisation, that they'll be making links between this market, this purchasing decision, and the business that we are operating. So let's move on to how you actually achieve a brand name, because they don't just happen by themselves usually. It needs some cultivating, it needs some work. And primarily developing brand names is done through promotion, one of our elements of the marketing mix. So developing brand names can be very expensive. It can involve a lot of promotions, particularly a lot of advertising. Businesses might need quite significant marketing budgets in order to do the promotions and the advertising necessary to raise awareness of our organisation so that we are differentiated from the rest of the marketplace, so that customers know our name, they know what we stand for, they know our values when they're in the shops, when they're on the internet and they're about to click on their baskets. Can cost a lot of money to make us the organisation that consumers are thinking of in this marketplace. But if we can achieve it, there are some pretty tasty advantages to developing strong brand names. So number one, and chiefly, having a strong brand name can help stimulate sales. It can help increase demand. If consumers know that they want a product in this market, and we are the name that they recognise, we have the symbol or the slogan or the organisational name or the product name that they've heard before, that they're familiar with, maybe that they've had recommended to them or they've seen advertised, it can make our sales larger. It can increase demand for our products. And that's a huge boon for organisations. It's a cracking benefit for businesses. If consumers are making a purchasing decision and we're the business that they're familiar with and they've heard of, it's more likely to stimulate demand for our organisation. Another benefit we might just tick off with having brand names is that we might be able to add more value. We might be able to raise our prices higher than that of other rivals in the marketplace because consumers are familiar with what we do. Maybe that they know us as an organisation that provides greater quality. Maybe that they trust us. Maybe that they know that we provide the best customer service. These are all things that if you're recognised for, if you're famous for, if you're synonymous for that aspect, you can charge higher prices. If anything, we could link this to inelasticities. We could say that if you have a strong brand name, it might just increase the inelastic nature of the good or service that you sell. Consumers might be prepared to pay a higher price for that brand that they recognise and they are familiar with. So that's a good advantage as well. Another top advantage is that having strong brand names can also help erect barriers to entry in the markets that we're competing with. So if we've got a very strong brand name, if we are known by the marketplace, if we are familiar in the eyes of customers for certain aspects of marketing, maybe we're the business that's seen as the best quality, or customers always come to us because they know that we provide the best sales promotions, that can make it very difficult for new entrants to arrive in this marketplace and compete and steal some market share and penetrate the market. So by investing all of this money in trying to develop strong brand names, it might just mean that new rivals find it more difficult to set up in the marketplace. We can also say that having a strong brand name, being familiar in the eyes of customers, being instantly recognizable to customers, however we've done it, whether it's through just a smell, a logo, a sound even, if we are instantly recognizable to consumers, can also help us with the process of new product development. So consumers are a loyal old bunch at times, and they can be a little bit wary of new entrants to the market if they haven't heard of them. They don't really know what they stand for. They don't really know what their reputation is. But if we've already got a strong brand name, maybe even in other markets, consumers might be more willing to accept or try new products that we launch, even if they're in different markets. Because they know us from one market, they might be more willing to test us out in another. So it can also make the process of new product development more successful as well. Final little advantage, which really is a nice one, is having a strong brand name may also insulate your organization to some of the external threats posed through the different stages of the business cycle, the economic cycle. So when the economy is experiencing downturns, when we're in a period of recession or slump, often if a product has a strong brand name, its sales won't be as affected as businesses' products that don't have a strong brand name. If we can develop a reputation, if we are famous for something, if we're synonymous with some aspect of service that consumers really value, then even when incomes are falling and even when the economy is struggling, we might still have ourselves a product that consumers want to carry on buying, even though incomes are stretched. So if we can develop those brand names, it almost makes our products a little bit more robust, a little bit more resilient when the economy as a whole is experiencing difficulties. So there we go, quick video this time, and a really nice topic to answer on if it comes up on the exam, one we can really smash out of the park. What is branding? Why do businesses want brand names? How do they achieve them? And what are the advantages? Great topic to revise. Good luck in your exams. We'll see you soon.